Well, Halloween can be downright scary when parents feel the pressure to compete with social media, promoting matching costumes, elaborate decorations, picture perfect treats. But it's not about the candy or the costumes, not just about that anyway. Dr. Samra Zafar is here with some practical advice to keep it all fun. So, Samra, you say check your why. What do you mean by that?
Yes, exactly, Kent. It's like, when you're going into this full Halloween overdrive, take a moment to ask yourself, am I doing this because it brings joy to my family or because I'm trying to meet an unrealistic standard? So, our motivation, instead of being, from when we shift our motivation from performance to pleasure, then we turn pressure into play. Because the truth is that kids won't remember the perfect photo or the perfect decor. They will remember how it feels. And even this night of laughter in homemade costumes beats a week of stress over getting it just right. So focus on that pleasure and that play instead of the perfectionism and the pressure. And ask yourself, am I doing it for joy? Or am I doing it to meet some expectations? Because when you chase memories instead of perfection, everyone wins.
So, are there certain ways that parents can go about their behavior or otherwise to sort of set the tone for the rest of the family?
Yeah, that's a great question. When our kids don't need us to be perfect, they need us to be present. And children are like emotional mirrors. So if we're frantic over spilled glitter or things not being perfect, they will feel that stress. And then something that's meant to be a source of joy, a day of fun, is going to become stressful for them too. So take a deep breath and let things be messy. If the pumpkin collapses, laugh it off. Just say, oops, we'll try again next time. And that humor, that kindness towards yourself, that flexibility, that emotional agility actually teaches our children resilience better than any lecture ever could.
Now, it can also be just a stressful day. There's the lead up, there's the anticipation, there's getting home from work, getting home from school, getting the costume going, dinner going, all those sorts of things. The rush to get out the door to trick or treat. Do you have any tips to just reduce stress overall?
Halloween doesn't need to be a full-time production, and that same goes with for any holiday, really. So simplify. Pick one thing and go all in. So maybe this year you want to do the costumes. Maybe this year you want to do the treats or the decorating. So go all in on one thing and then let the rest go. You don't have the energy to win every single category. Secondly, plan together, involve your kids in it because that's what matters to them the most is the connection and the play and the laughter. So involve them in whatever you want to do and focus on presence and set boundaries. So protect your time and protect your budget. A lot of the stress comes from, oh my God, this just cost me so much more than I anticipated it would. So again, small things can bring us monumental moments of joy. So that yes or that no is more valuable because it keeps you calm in that stress. Creating micro moments. So not, like I said, not everything has to be a big event or a big production. So even a 5-minute dance party in the kitchen with your costumes on or eating candy in your pajamas, that's all joy. And ask yourself, have I had a moment to breathe today? And, when you're calm and connected, you're going to feel more joy and more pleasure. So you can't pour joy into others from an empty candy bucket. So perfection drains energy and play restores it. So focus on the play, focus on the memories, and focus on those joyful micro moments.
Samra, I feel more relaxed already. Thank you, as always, for the advice.
Thank you so much for having me. See you next time.
And happy Halloween. If you'd like to connect
Happy
with Dr.
Halloween.
Zafar, you can check out samrazafar.com.